Alright guys, so for today's video, I really quickly want to go over how to properly stack multiple rings in a septum piercing. This is unlike say like earlobes or large gauge cartilage where you can freely stack a lot of loose rings, all right? When you see people with multiple rings in their septum piercing and they're hanging really nice and it just looks really clean and put together, they're not using loose rings in their septum piercing. So what they're using is a piece of jewelry that just kind of gives them that look or the illusion of having multiple rings going through a septum piercing. So the most common style of jewelry for that, or to achieve that look, is usually a 16 gauge or a 14 gauge post that has multiple rings soldered onto it, okay? And those come in multiple diameters and sizes. We even have layered ones, stacked ones, and multiple different diameters and different configurations, and with 2 rings, 3 rings, 4 rings, 5, etc. There's a huge variety trying to help you achieve the look you want and have it look really clean and nice and very put together, okay? So just know, with a septum piercing, some people have this illusion that they need to stretch their septum really, really big and then just go and stack multiple loose rings. Now that is one way to do it, but if you do it that way, your rings are never gonna hang very nicely. They tend to kind of stack on top of each other and it's just a little bit more of a messy look. If you want to wear multiple rings, there's no need to go and stretch your septum really, really big. Just go and get some jewelry. We have them here on the site. They usually come in 16 gauge and 14 gauge, and get jewelry that's going to have those soldered rings onto it. And you know, that bar is usually a little hinged bar that's going to open and close, and you can slide it into a 16 gauge, 14 gauge piercing and achieve that look of having multiple rings. And that is what most people's septums that are stacking rings in them are doing, okay? So check them out here on the site. We've got multiple links below to kind of shoot you over the page, and you can check out all the jewelry to help you achieve that look of wearing stacked rings in your septum.